Yeah, the only other games I imported, so Mother 3, Pokemon Diamond and Pearl, and then the Souls games. Up until they became worldwide releases, I would Dark Souls 2 is the first one I imported. Dark Souls 2, Dark Souls 3. I think those are actually the only two that I imported. Dark Souls 2 and 3. Yeah, so I think I've only ever imported those 4 games. Now, I've heard from people, I wasn't like plugged into the internet at this time, but I heard that Pokemon ROMs back in the day were huge, even in like the early 2000s, because people would ROM dump like someone was saying in the chat that they can remember playing the Japanese version of Gold and Silver on their computer, so that would have been like 2000 or 2001. I didn't even have the internet until, I don't think we got the internet till like 2003, 2002, 2003 or something like that. But that would have been wild to me. That would have been like black magic. Are we including newer games as well? Yes, yeah, if you've imported newer games as well, I'd like to hear that. There's just not a lot of newer games. That's actually a lie. There are games that are still just don't come out at all in the West, right? So, am I going crazy? This was the floor that had the sword, right? There's some great ones nowadays. Pokemon Emerald Sea Glass is pretty new and considered one of the best ROM hacks ever to come out. Oh yeah, in terms of ROM hacks, those things come out like every day, right? I would like to do a Pokemon roguelike, which I know that's what Mystery Dungeon is, but those are, those are a little longer, so you can't play them like you do a lot of the roguelikes, but like a far left bottom. Well, thank you, Matthew. Matthew HO34. When I see the number 34, I think of Nolan Ryan. I used to have a poster in my room when I was real young, like elementary school. Oh, probably like upper. I need to go up a couple. And I have a picture of Nolan Ryan, and it had a baseball on it that was on fire, and it was to commemorate the time he threw like a 101-mile-an-hour fastball, which I think at the time was the fastest ever, but that's definitely got to be beaten now. Indril says, I had internet here since like 95. Oh crap, that's pretty awesome. Though proper internet didn't arrive until 01 or 02. I used to see, we used to get those AOL discs in the mail. Like, first they started as floppy disks, and then they, eventually put them on like CDs, and it would say 100 hours of internet for free. Well, it took a lot of convincing, but I finally convinced my mom to allow us to do it once. You had to input a credit, because you had to input a credit card to get those 100 hours for free. And then I was like, well, cancel like right afterwards. This was probably in like 99 or 2000. And there's the sword. Let's use our coupon. So anyways, we got it in our computer. This is before we got our new computer that would then, we would get like real internet on, real dial up. But I guess it's even the free AOL, it was still real internet. But the fact that our computer was so crappy, I just wanted to see what the internet was like. So I used one of those AOL discs. My mom let us use her credit card, and our internet, it was just like, it barely even moved. So we canceled it like immediately. Because we were afraid once the hours rolled over that, it'd start charging. That's where they get you. I'm surprised Britt hasn't played the Pokerogue. Oh, Pokerogue. I actually have. One of my student employees at work showed it to me, and I haven't died in it yet. I played it just that first day, that they showed me, and I haven't picked it up since. I really liked it. I don't know if you guys have tried it out before. It's like a, well, I guess a Pokemon roguelike. You're just, well, it's the battles only. So you're going from battle to battle to battle, trying to build your team and just make sure you stay alive. Do we have, oh, we have the upgraded sword. We now can hit the electrical peeps. Didn't miss anything. Oh, guys. Super lucky. Yellow Kinstone. We've got 2 of these bad boys, but we can only use 1 right now. But we can also use the second one later on. And floor number 10 has a guaranteed yellow Kinstone. Oh, baby. Come on. Give us something good. Holy crap. That is the most amount of rupees I've ever pulled. Oh, my God. All the luck tonight. Deli says, off the top of my head, Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney Trilogy, and Ghost Trick. You know, Ghost Trick, I remember when that came out on the... Originally came out on the DS, right? And it had a big... kind of cult following behind it, but I never tried it out. They re-released it not too long ago. The Switch version of Okami HD, I got lucky and found a physical copy at a local store when it came out. Yeah, there's a lot of those Switch games that... What's nice about the Switch is if we don't get a physical release over here, if it comes out in Japan or wherever, you can import it and you'll still be able to download like the... or change the region and have the English version. So there's actually a few games that are like that. It pisses me off when we don't get a physical copy over here and so you have to import it. A lot of people do that with the Final Fantasy collection because it's so hard to find. It's a little bit easier to snag off of PlayAsia. Remember, one of the first things I downloaded was some ancient DLC before the term was coined in an update to a Swedish-made game called Mule Mech Bigger Bilar. Yeah, we are really swimming in rupees. One of the first online things that, well, a couple of the first online things that me and my brother ever played were, console-wise, was Phantasy Star Online with the GameCube. We had the dial-up modem adapter for the GameCube, and then an MMO. Which I think Chase has probably talked about it on his stream quite a bit, but it was called Nexus TK, and it was made by Nexon, people that made like Maple Leaf, and well, I guess Nexon's still pretty relevant to this day, but they ended up selling the Western version. Nexon no longer owns it. I can't remember. I think it's Crew Interactive or something that owns it now. It still exists, and it's still pay to play, which is weird. I feel like they should I don't know, I feel like if they went free to play, that they could actually and just do cosmetics and things like that. It'd be, the game's so old at this point. I think Nexus came out in like 96 or something like that. It's one of those games, you hear this about a lot of them that have the stake the claim to first MMO ever. Nexus is one of those that says that, but another one is like Ultima Online. But yeah, it came out on that era where the first several MMOs came out. It's pretty neat. Let's see what we can snag from these chests. We get even more lucky. Ooh, got another gemstone. I wish they remade Pagia Golf for the PC. There was a NES golf game that I used to like a lot, that my parents even played it. It was just called Golf. it was a lot of fun. I think it's on the NES Virtual Console. See what rupees we can get. Get more lucky, more pulls from these chests. Ah, some bombs. Not the best. Then there's going to be some more rupees. So this, for any new people that are new to Zelda Dungeons of Infinity, this floor right here, floor 6, this is where you got to make hay. No enemies or anything like that. You're pretty much, there's lots of secrets where you can gather rupees, and then there's shops galore. So, yeah, this can really make or break your run for you. Oh my god. I am an idiot. So, on the 3rd floor, I believe it's the 3rd floor, there's a guy in the cell. He always drops a letter. He'll give you a letter, and you're supposed to give it to his lost love, and she's here in this town. I forgot to pick it up. I cannot believe I forgot to get the letter. Anyways, she's in this house right here. God dang it. You can get anywhere from 125 to like 250 rupees from it. So that's feels bad, man. Yep, F's to the poor old lady who's not going to get the letter. The first MMO I played was Tibia, I'm pretty sure, followed by RuneScape in 2004. You know, I love MMOs, and I've never played RuneScape. I know it's still popular to this day, like classic RuneScape. Would it, for someone that's never played it before, would it be something fun to get into? Okay, so right here, we're gonna go down here. The reason why I'm avoiding cutting all of these is now that we have full mana, we're gonna have to use mana for this trade sequence. So I'm trying to not use any mana, so that or not pick up any mana, because we're gonna have to refill it in a little bit. So that book right here starts the trade sequence. Before I do that, I love peeking at what items we're gonna be able to buy. Well, there's our bow. Oh my god. We're going to be able to get the tempered sword, y'all. So we're going to have the tempered sword. We're going to finally have bows and arrows. What floor is Old Man on? I believe it's the 3rd. It's 2nd or 3rd. I'm almost positive it's the 3rd. Ooh, okay. We have an inventory upgrade. We'll definitely snag that. A heart piece for pretty cheap. A yellow kinstone. Since we have a gemstone bag, we might do this. This is the skeleton key, or the master key. It means you'll never have to use keys again. You'll just be able to run through the level. Let's see, what pendants are we going to get? Absolutely none. Well, that was really unlucky. So this shop has the option of, there's a lot of different items that can be in it. Wands, there could be a cape, there could be pendants. Fortunately, no pendants here. And then this is just potions, but damn. Okay. That couldn't have been the skeleton I saw while back in the stone square. Oh, maybe it was. Maybe it was just an old man. Alright, let's start up the trade sequence so I can show you guys. So what are you supposed to do with that book you found? And that book will be in that same spot every time, if you're curious. You go to the library, he's the one missing the book. Then you get a mirror. Alright, and we take this mirror to the old lady in this house right here. Sweeping up. And she gives you a mushroom. We want to take this mushroom to a witch who's brewing up, as she says, a cure for balding or something like that. But apparently the cure for balding is magic powder. There we go. There's the magic bag. Pretty fun for the first few days at least. It does become very grindy when you reach level 30, and a skill or royal pain to increase right from the get-go. I'm one of the few. I like a grindy game. I still like turn-based RPGs. I know that this probably isn't turn-based, but I like grindy games in general because I like to do multiple things while I'm gaming. And if I'm playing a story-driven game, that means I have to, pay attention, which I love story-driven games. But sometimes, especially those cold, rainy nights where you're in the gaming mood, it's fun to just put on World of Warcraft or put on RPG X and grind while the storms are going, and then have like an anime or a movie on the side. That's peak gaming for me. And when a game's grindy, I feel like it's perfect for like a podcast or a movie or something like that. Now, if it's like a story-driven game, most of the time I'll still have like a YouTube video on the side, but I'll pause it anytime that any big story moments pop up or anything like that. I like that, like the Souls games, they're notorious for being really difficult, and I like a challenge. Just like with this game, Dungeons of Infinity, I wasn't gonna quit until I beat it. Finally beat it. I really enjoy it, so I'm still not gonna quit, but just keep learning more about the game. But with Dark Souls, even if I'll tell you, like, if you've ever been interested in the Souls games but you've been put off about maybe thinking it's you're gonna get to a boss and get stuck, the nice thing about them is that the Souls games were one of those games that I treated the same way, where you can grind. So if the boss is super hard, even though the game's challenging, you're still gonna have to learn some patterns and stuff, but it's not too difficult, especially when you can over level yourself. So that's what I do with a lot of the Souls games. If I just get stuck on a boss, I've 5 hours and I still can't beat it, put on a YouTube video, put on a podcast, put on an anime on the side. Oh man, that's really bad. Only 30 rupees. So, and just grind my way up until I can finally take it down. But so these chests can be anywhere from 20 rupees to like over 100, I believe. So starting out with a 30 is not bad. You want to see 75 to 80. There we go, 150. Kuma says, what podcasts do you listen to? I listen to a lot. I listen to a lot of sports podcasts, like I don't even know if you'd like technically call them podcasts now, because there's so many of them that have video to them now. God dang it, 30 rupees. Like, for example, whenever I'm done with this stream, 60. This has been not a great chest for us right there. After this stream, I'm gonna listen to there's a podcast called Locked On Mavs. I think they have one for every sports team. They'll have like Locked On Spurs, Locked On whatever. It's just a podcast network. So I'll watch that to get caught up on the Mavs game that I missed tonight because I was at work. I listen to a lot of like the Pat McAfee shows each day to see the catch up on the football games and stuff I missed during the weekend. Nightcap with Shannon Sharp. I think he's really entertaining. So lots of sports stuff, and yeah, gaming stuff. I like to watch a lot of retro gaming collections, Zelda, Pokemon stuff. Yeah, Pat's hilarious. I feel his whole crew is good. They got a good chemistry. Oh yeah, we did have a TSG podcast way back in the day. There we go. Little baby gemstone and 60 rupees. I guess that makes up for some of the rupees that we've missed. And then you want to make sure you go over here, because this guy in this house over here has got this medallion or pendant. So if you can keep this pendant, it does take up an inventory slot, but once you get to floor 10, you can trade this bad boy in for 2 items, 2 higher tier items. So you could get, for example, I've got the tempered sword. Oh no, I don't have it. I'm about to have the tempered sword. You could potentially get like the master sword. You know what I just noticed? I've got 0 defense. Hopefully that'll change here at the shops. I'm almost positive I saw some shop defensive related items. Okay, let's just go ahead and drink that. Ooh, what type of cereal are you eating, Alan? Why did I go into that? Oh, it's a meme. I don't remember. It's so old, Britt has no idea. I do not. Oh, before I buy up my stuff, let me buy the inventory bag so I can not have to inventory manage real quick. Quick call KMM. KMM is the TSG lore master. We're gonna buy this. We'll wait on the skeleton key. Just to make sure. I feel like we're gonna have a lot of leftover money here because the shops haven't been the most generous to us, but it's fine. Finally gonna get the bow. Get our bow run going. Tempered sword. Got some deeps. Our first glove. Defense 1. Defense 2. So damage-wise, we're sitting pretty good. Might just hold on to these rupees. You know what? Let's cash in and we've got a quiver. Let's get some more arrows. Now we just need a bow upgrade. We're kitted out, baby. Look like the Zora Sapphire with the Force Emerald color. It is. That's exactly what it is. So there's a lot of custom sprite work done in this. Like they added, you know, the kinstones from Minish Cap, or it's not the Zora one. It's the Deku one, or the God. What's the word I'm looking for? It's not going to say in this one, but this is the Sage, right? The Forest Sage one in Ocarina of Time. Do you like Boomerang? You know, I haven't ever used it. Do you think we finally go Boomerang? We do have a little bit of excess of cash. We haven't bought the hookshot or this ever. Maybe it's time we try it. Even though I think I want to go all in on these arrow. Well, no. We are going to go all in. It's just we only have 33, so we need a secondary thing. Let's do it. We've already got a win. Let's try something new. Let's try something new. Let's give it a try. KMM, Lore Master KMM, are you out there? Ooh, got some more arrows. I gotta hear this Alan Serial story. Alright. Go away, cuckoos. Oh, I should tell you guys. Anybody new? If these cuckoos have a chance, I've already thrown them all, but they could drop an egg or they could drop a golden egg. The golden egg drops, or will give you a full heal plus 200 rupees. You mean the symbol on the forest temple? It's... You get... So... How does this work? In Ocarina of Time, you got the 3 dungeons before you become Adult Link, and you get the 3... They're called... Are they pendants? Medallions? I can't remember. Are they just called stones? The Sage Stone, the Zora Stone, and the Goron... I can't remember. And then it's medallions that you get for the main, the post-kid, your Adult Link ones. But I can't remember what these are called. Let's open this up. Come on, be something good. 60 rupees, we'll take it. Treasures, I think. Now it's bugging me. I can't even remember. Boom. Always chop down all the grass. Leave no pot unturned. I feel like I left lots of pots unturned. I've been yapping non-stop. Alright. Do we have any gemstones that any combinations that we want to do? I think so. Let's see. Let's pull up our handy dandy guide. Sorry, I haven't swapped it up for patch 1.5, so the colors match, but the little symbols don't. But we can figure this out. So, there is a ring that converts mana into arrows, and I believe it's the yellow and the diamond one. Damn it, we don't have diamond. Or okay, we can work this out. So the red ring does health. The yellow ring's arrow, blue's bombs. Okay, so let's hold on to the yellow one because we want to get that arrow The arrow one. What else can we loot? Well, we've got 3 of the turquoise ones, so turquoise and purple. What does that combo up for? We got some bombs, and then there's pink and turquoise, which is a burger. I kind of think we might just hold on to these. There's nothing really tugging at me. 2 turquoise equals no. Not a lot of great. We haven't got the best pulls with these, I'll be honest. Okay. The child era called the Forest Emerald, Goron's Rupee, and Zora's Sapphire. The adult era are the 6 medallions: Forest Fire, Water Shadow, Spirit, and Light. Do you guys think they'll ever... I mean, it's kind of a stupid question, because the answer is yes, but I was going to ask, do you guys think they'll ever remake Ocarina of Time? I know that we have the 3DS... I'm not sure what you'd call them. Ports? They're not straight ports, because there's some additions. Obviously, the 3D effects, and they've made some touch-ups to the visuals and everything. But yeah, maybe remastered would be a better term for it, like Indril said. I think it's time in this next generation that we're coming up, Switch 2. Growing up after Ocarina of Time, and as we got to like the GameCube era and stuff, people always wanted to see. They were begging for Final Fantasy on, on the PS2, PS3, and eventually they did do the remake. And then it's Ocarina of Time. People always wanted to, because Ocarina of Time used to universally, every internet poll in like the 2000s and stuff, whenever people would ask what the best game of all time, and Ocarina of Time was always top of that list. Now you still see it, but not as much. And so I think it's time to switch to, let's get a full-on remake. Not a remaster, but a remake. Come on, Nintendo. Okay, well that's good. We get any Zora Stones and we want to cash out. We've got that there. A Link to the Past. There were tons of rumors of A Link to the Past. Whoops, we better heal up. Let's just use it through the menu so I don't get out of here and just accidentally get hit. There were tons of rumors of A Link to the Past remake. I want to say before Link Between Worlds, there were people saying there was definitely one happening, and that it turned out to be A Link Between Worlds, which I was really happy with. What do we want to equip? I don't want to accidentally use... Oh, we have a boomerang now. Let's try the boomerang. Hey, this boomerang might be pretty good. I mean, I know what a boomerang does in Zelda, but wasn't sure if it was going to function the same in this roguelike, but it does, and seems pretty solid. I think it would be cool